Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's rendition of the WREP Cast. I'm your host, back again, Lucian Barrows, and the man-bot to my right is the very same man-bot that one of these days I intend on turning into the world's most useless mobile phone, Load Failure 404.
Mobile phone?
Well, I'd say cellular, but I don't know. You'd be mobile, but you wouldn't have any of the apps or anything like that. I mean, it'd be cheaper just to get Google Glass, I suppose.
Yeah, true.
But it wouldn't be as fun tinkering that way. Probably against,
well, and
it's probably against the.
I probably would be cheaper than Google Glasses too.
Probably like a cheap date, but
Ooh.
that and it's probably against the end user's license agreement or something like that to mess with those kind of things or something. So I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know. I never done it. Never.
Well, you never put Linux on me, so yeah, you probably couldn't change any of that. But
Yeah. I really should, but I don't want to take the time because you'd enjoy it too much. So
hey.
anyway,
Hey.
as I said, I'm back again in front
Look
of the camera.
who showed
again.
up.
You get to see a camera shatter into thousands and millions of pieces. Hey, I'm
Yeah, I had to replace the camera a few
It's a big
times.
mint.
It is.
back.
This is pineapple juice, and it is awesome.
Mountain Dew to stay awake. I know I need it. My sleep habit is still under shit. So,
My sleep habit is still screwed up as usual. Work third shift during the week and go back to daytime waking.
daytime's boring.
It can be.
Okay, let's see here. It's still January. There's still really not much in the way of video games. They always do this. We won't be getting anything good for another little bit of while. So, gonna have to wait on that. But on the upside,
There's an upside.
Well, on the upside, I've been talking about the idea of getting my computer fixed. It's not more of an idea; it's a thing I've been wanting to get done. Get my computer fixed and all that, so that I can try to get Minecraft to work properly again, so that I can get back to the idea of trying to make videos. Well, guess what? Computer fixed, reformatted. Got tired of trying to figure it out, and just said, "Screw it, reformatted."
He finally did something.
Well, I've been trying to get you over to help me, but you just kind of never said anything. Like, I need your help sometime. Okay.
No, you know me. I'm forgetful about this shit, so I need to be reminded.
And I did. Doesn't work. So I said nuts to it, and just reformatted the other day. So now that works, and that didn't fix my problem with Minecraft that I was having with the server and all that. So I also put together a new mod pack too that I had to get you, so we can do that. Actually adds in a mod or two that I'm not really familiar with. So new stuff. We all get to learn together. Learning. It's supposed to be a rainbow here, but we don't have an effects guy yet. So imagination.
Yes.
Imagination. And but yeah. So hopefully soon. Again, still trying to find a decent recording program that doesn't fuck me up the ass. Want to be able to find one that I can actually, consider usable on a daily basis, but working on it. I'm not going to get to it tonight. There's no way in hell I'm going to get to it tonight. I'm too tired. I'm ready to go to bed. You're lucky I'm even coherent enough to do this. So,
hey, you're more coherent than you were last week.
Yes, I am. Honestly, last week was hell, man. I'm surprised I made it as long as I did, even.
I am too.
I was ready to call it quits 5 minutes in, but I stuck it out for 45 minutes. That's impressive.
I was very impressed. I thought you fell asleep on me a few times.
I was afraid I might have. I can't remember. Those times where I was still playing like Pathfinder that night a little bit before we did the podcast, and I'm not 100% sure that I didn't black out during the podcast, because whenever I blacked out during Pathfinder, I barely remember doing so until somebody hollered for me. It's like, okay.
I've done that before.
I did that once at Pathfinder last night. I was actually there in person. Dozed off. Was it last night? No, yeah, it was last night. I think it was. Dozed off, and our DM called on me for to let me know that something was gonna happen to me. I thought he was calling me for what I was gonna do. He calls my character's name is Lucian too. Calls Lucian, mirror image. No, you're getting attacked. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay, well when it's my
that's
turn,
fine.
when it's my turn, I cast mirror image.
Wake me up when it's over.
Yeah. But yeah. So I've been tired lately. I'm pretty sure, like I've said to a few people by now, I'm pretty sure that my night owlism has now officially turned into insomnia. So yeah, or something along the lines. I don't know. Maybe it's controlled narcolepsy. Who knows? I don't think that issue exists, but it'd be funny if it did.
It would be.
Well, okay, maybe
It'd
not
be
so funny. Sorry if that
awkward.
offends anybody who's actually narcoleptic.
It would be awkward, I think, but that's just me.
Oh, believe me, it is. But yeah, so hopefully soon Minecraft videos, new stuff, server stuff, and then I'm gonna try to get you in on it. I said that before, and that didn't quite work out that well. But I started having major issues to where just problems, lots of problems. Hopefully this time, not too many problems. Hopefully some of the mods got updated. I know some did. I'm just hoping it fixed some of the problems and all that. And then we get that thing care of. So that's that. I think the real thing in video game news right now would be, oddly enough, about Minecraft. There's the past couple of days there's been a big stink about Mojang, the creators, producers, and blah blah whatever of Minecraft, that they're updating their end user license agreement.
Oh yeah.
And I guess one of the people from Mojang said something that kind of pissed off some of the top modders in the modding community.
Oh, yeah.
And some have been looking for, they've been trying to leave and get back to real life normally for a while now, and this is just a good reason to kind of bail, but some are being kind of childish about it because, the company is telling them, tough shit, you guys can't actually make any money off these mods. You don't, okay, usually for the mods, there's a permission system.
Right.
You ask the mod maker for permission, they say yay or nay, and whether or not you can put it in your mod pack. That's usually the idea of permissions. Well, basically, this guy from Mojang pretty much told him, you can't do that. It's not officially in the end user's license agreement right now, but it's something that's going to be in the updated version. You can't do that. You shouldn't be able to make any little extra cash off it. I mean, they don't sell the mods, but they get mods from ad services. Like AdFly and shit like that.
Yeah.
So they get a little bit here and there off of that stuff, but technically they're not supposed to be able to make money off of that either.
I really don't see why not.
It's a complex thing. You'd have to read up on it a little bit more and check people's ideals on it. But some of the major modders have gotten a little butthurt about it and are bailing, which is unfortunate because there's some really good mods that, well, we're now going to lose by the time a lot of the major mods and a lot of the really good mods update to the next version of Minecraft. We're gonna lose some because of this, which sucks. I know there's a couple in particular that I would like that I'm really not gonna like the idea of losing. So,
yeah.
Because when I first started playing Minecraft, let's see here, 2014, played through all 2002. Back in mid 2012, actually, when I first started playing, around May, when it first came out on the Xbox 360. That's when I first started playing. I played it on there, then I got it for PC, then got into playing with mods and all that, played the official mod pack and everything. Me and him before had a server for the longest time, it was just the two of us, and it was pretty cool. There was one mod called Red Power 2. Loved that mod, and a lot of great things, allowed for a lot of interesting builds to automate things. But I remember how devastating it was for the community when the mod maker hadn't updated that mod in so long, and people were just panicking and getting really pissed off. Now, this is where the fans are in the wrong, is they get to the point where they start getting all entitled and bitchy, of like if it like you owe us this, we don't owe you anything because you didn't put any money in this and blah blah. They'd be assholes.
That's pretty indignant.
Yeah, especially to the maker of the Red Power mod, Elaram, who was good enough to be able to sit there and make this mod, and then she put it out to us to use. But she didn't have to do that. She could have kept it all to herself.
Yeah.
There's nothing that really says that mod makers have to put their mods out there. They can make them just for themselves, and we don't ever see them. I'm sure there's tons of mods that are like that. And if that's the case, so be it. Not much I can do about it. But yeah, because of a lot of that, I think that's the main reason. I know real life work got in the way a lot for her. I don't know what her job was, but it was something more major, technical job and all that. But I think she just kind of got to the point of, saying to hell with it. If this is the way that her so-called fans are going to be treating her, then she's not continuing the mod anymore.
I don't blame her.
Honestly, me either. It was sad to see it go, and there's been replacements made for most of the stuff from it. They're good and all, but it's just not quite the same. So, but we're getting kind of, yeah. How do I put it? It is a little disheartening that this is what's happening. Some of the modders need to grow up. A lot of the community needs to grow up, though. And that's just kind of that for that. But it's just sad to see some of the mod makers going. Because some were the really good ones.
And see, if Minecraft was set up a lot like how Linux is set up, then being like open source wise, then any of the changes or mods that are made, that's perfectly fine as long as you share it with the community.
Yeah.
But yeah, if your end user license says you can make a mod, you don't have to share it, then yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, is like, I don't think there's anything, as far as I know, has been officially stated that it's okay to modify Minecraft at all, but Mojang has never gone against it. This is like their first step, the first time they ever lashed out against the modding community for some reason. And I'm not sure why, because they were working on making a mod API that would help modders, make it easier for modders to add their stuff to the game in that sense. Like, so I don't understand why suddenly there's this backlash and fallout that's going on between the company and the community. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I guess I don't keep up on latest news kind of stuff in that sense for those things, but it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm not gonna stop playing the game, and I'm not taking sides or anything like that for sure. It's just one of those things of the fans in the long run, the good fans, the true fans that don't sit there and bitch when they can't get what they want. It's gonna be like, well, you guys are just kind of left out in the cold here, man.
Shit happens.
Pretty much, yeah. That's about the way it is. Shit does happen. It's unfortunate. I mean, I love the mods for the game. I'm one of those guys that'll go and play around with a lot of the lesser known mods just because it's like, well, this looks fun. This looks like it'll add something neat to the game, and so on and so forth. These are neat. I want to play with them. Like I love farming in the game. It's nothing really special, but I like the idea of setting up a fully automated farm with a lot of like the tech mods and then actual farming mods. But until recently, there's never been a really popular mod set just for farming that adds a bunch of new crops or anything like that. It's usually one of the bigger tech mods that adds one or two crops here or there, or modifies how the crop growing system is done, that is the standard, compared to another mod that I know called Pam's Harvest Craft, where it's all about having a shit ton of different food recipes, a bunch of new growable foods and things like that, And it's cool. I fell in love with the mod. That was after it was in 1.3.2, so that was about a year and a half ago, I think.
Oh wow.
That when I first started learning more about adding mods to the game and all that,
Hmm.
it was one of the first mods I looked at and I thought, yeah, this mod is badass. I want to add it. Because I was looking into a 132 pack and I was like, even if it was just single player, I was like, I want to add this. This mod looks awesome. It adds all sorts of things, and I want it. So, and I've been a fan of it ever since. It adds so much, and it's fun, you know.
Oh yeah.
And the textures for it are pretty good too. So it's an interesting mod, and I liked it. But unfortunately, the creator of that mod, because she wasn't one of those like big modders in the modding community, she was kind of treated like shit by a bunch of the other modders, small or large. When she tried to go on to IRC or some forums to get some help, they treat her like shit because she wasn't one of the top tier guys or anything like that.
Oh
Sometimes.
jeez.
But
But
she had.
how do you even get to be a top tier person?
Well,
In that if nobody helps. I mean,
it's
that's
kind of thing. If you end up on the Forgecraft servers, you're considered top tier. If you don't end up on the Forgecraft servers, you're not top tier, and that's about it. Forgecraft is the elite guys, and anything else is anything else, pretty much. It's like a lot of these lesser known mod makers. Like, okay, Forgecraft, they there's like 3 separate Forgecraft servers that are basically used for testing the newest versions of some of the mods, some of the big tech mods, stuff like that. People like that do the Harvest Craft and things like that. They usually just make their own server just specifically set for their mod. They don't need to add a bunch of other people's mods. They just want to work on theirs, kind of thing. So
yeah. Huh?
Shit, that fatigue's kicking back in again. I'm not sure if I made sense in that last 3 sentences.
Wait, what? What's kicking in?
Fatigue.
Oh, fatigue.
So,
You made some sense.
right.
Well, and that's really the difference between the IT community that I'm a big part of or try to be at times,
Right.
and the modding community, because it just kind of seems like the modding community is more like, okay, yeah, you're shit, we're gonna pay no attention to you. Where if I go on to Spiceworks, I go, hey, I'm having a problem interfacing a NAS to a Windows 2012 server or something like that.
Right.
I'm gonna get people going, and
It seems like half the time in some of these modding communities, no matter what the modding actually is being done for, it seems like you get these elitists, and it's like, well, these guys are the top tier, they're the ones that made the most popular things and all that, so they get to act like, hot shit in a champagne glass and all that, but then you're just cold diarrhea that takes a cup.
yeah, I guess.
It ain't no fun being like that, man, it ain't no fun. Trust me, I've had cold diarrhea, it ain't fun.
Ew. That just sounds wrong.
I know, right? It is. I see diarrhea as a damning thing.
Never had it.
You're gonna see me squinting a lot because tired. Oh God, I hate this. It's really not fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it blows. People, get as much sleep as you possibly can. Enjoy it.
6 to 8 hours a day, at least, people.
Give or take. It'd be nice. Yeah.
And unless you're somebody like me that, third shift just kind of kicks my ass. I do it, but it kicks my ass. So.
No.
Oh, way off topic.
Nothing there.
I wonder if they'll be able to see this.
I don't know. It's worth a shot. I'm try showing it.
Alright, guys. This right here.
Wait,
Hey, there.
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 Right there.
That right there. My phone.
No, you can't do that.
No.
There you go.
There we go.
These
Yeah.
specs right here.
Yeah, right there.
That's crackness.
My
right
phone is cracked. Hardcore. I don't even know what happened. I came home, I plugged it in, and I went to sleep and I woke up and I looked at my phone and I went, oh, that's weird. There's a bunch of lines in the screen. And I woke up more, looked at the phone, and I said, it's cracked. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess it filled one too many times and it just went, wah!
No, you know what? Okay, we got that away for you. But back on the topic of games and stuff, something definitely worth mentioning as a Pathfinder player and, you know, as a fan of games like Pathfinder, D&D and all that. From what I understand, it was this weekend, they were just finishing up here, that was D&D's 40th birthday.
Wow.
D&D, 40 years
40
of
years.
total nerddom.
Wow.
Hails to the yeah.
You know
what? I'd be shocked as hell if there was actually still a campaign going on for the past 40 years. I'd be
Oh, I
impressed.
wouldn't doubt.
It'd be great.
And you know who turned 30 this week, I think?
Not me yet.
Mac. The Macintosh is 30 years old.
Not too concerned about that, but happy birthday. Might as well, you know.
Well, I
Let's do it.
figured while we were talking about,
Happy Mazel Tov.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I know.
Happy Built being broke.
Yeah. Happy cherry
Yeah.
popping. Whichever. But yeah,
Anyway.
which, well, you know, companies like that, like, oh, 30 years old, 40 years old, I hope we get to that point someday, you know?
Oh, that'd be great.
But yeah, in way of entertainment news, I think that's about it. I guess the only last thing is, for our next Pathfinder campaign, things have been switched up a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm slated to be the DM for the next one now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we changed some things around, and I've been slated to be the Dungeon Master, so this should be...
That'll be
Interesting.
interesting.
Yeah, very much so, he says.
Wow.
So, you know, keep an eye out for entertainment. Who knows how it's going to come about.
Yeah, really. And
But I think that's honestly about all we got for entertainment news. I haven't really
yeah,
looked into movies much or other video games, because there's not many coming out this month much, so I'm not too worried about it at the moment. What I'm more worried about is I need to get up and move around for a little bit, otherwise I'm going to fall asleep in this comfy ass chair with this comfy ass space heater going.
yeah.
I'm going to let you start babbling on
Alright.
while I go and grab some more mints to pop down my gullet.
Alright, cool.
If he talks too much, don't worry, I'll be right back.
I always talk too much. Haven't you people ever
Yes.
noticed?
Every day.
I mean, this is episode 18?
Something like that.
Yeah, 18. So if you've not noticed that I talk a lot, where have you been? Where? Let me think. What we got going on? Ah, shoot. You know, the good thing about technology is that it's great when it works. The bad thing about technology is it really, really pisses you off when it fails. That's kind of what happened to me. I had all my notes on my tablet, and, you know, we transfer them to Google Docs, you know, so we all can kind of look at the notes and whatever. Well, yeah, I don't know what happened. It just kind of got misplaced somewhere. I can't find it. Can't even find the links. Although I can remember some of the topics, which one I thought was really cool. Technology, you know, especially words are hard, people. Especially wearable technology is kind of getting to a point of, like, you know, you're just kind of waiting to see what rolls around the corner. You got Google Glasses, and apparently you can get these glasses for like $1,000, and if you're like me, you need glasses, prescription glasses, you actually can get for $600 prescription lenses made for these things.
You can.
I've
seen that too.
And yeah, what was it? Also, Google came out though this week, actually, with a device that is about the size of that right there. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not too fond of people sticking their fingers in my mouth.
Oh.
That's just the girl.
You heard it.
Beautiful girl.
Okay. You heard it. So anyway, yeah, you do that and then no.
I don't think that's right.
I have no idea. Anywho, so Google announced that they have made this it's so nice to pop joints.
Mm-hmm.
Not these joints, but these joints and these joints and those joints. Anyway, I'm diverging.
Getting off track.
Yes, I'm losing my choo-choo here. So, I need coffee. See my shirt? Instant human. Just add coffee. So, anyway, I'm trying to get this out right. Google announced today that they have a contact that has a I don't know if it's a full-fledged computer or what, but it's got some type of processor in it. And what this lens contact does is it will read the glucose level and sugars and all that in your blood, right? And it will tell you whether you need your insulin shot or not. I forgot to say it's for diabetics, if you haven't picked up on this. Anyway, so it's made for diabetics. And if your sugars are, you need to do something to it, it'll flash, or not flash, but it'll turn on a LED light, which is kind of weird, can you imagine walking around, at night, or something, and being all of a sudden like a red light just comes on and you're going, where's that light coming from?
That's one thing, but can you imagine driving around at night?
Oh, that would just be screwy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh, God! That's how I see it. Won't take long before they'll offer it for that when it comes out.
Well, they're also talking about that you'll be able to hook it up to your phone, maybe. And so you can see what is going on, rather than just, hey, you got like a check your sugar light, so
it's like an oil light in the car.
Yeah, exactly. I actually think that's pretty cool.
Is,
not enough for me to be diabetic.
Yeah, we don't want to join the hip crowd that much.
No.
So,
no. If you're in the Bloomington Normal area, in Illinois, I heard that one of the ISU students died the other day.
Well, that's a bummer.
It was found over on Veterans, across from Best Buy.
Right.
Yeah, apparently he wasn't dressed for being outside and he froze to death.
Wow. You know what? The guy just died and close to home too, so I'm not gonna say much. But wow.
I was like, damn, dude. And apparently he was like 18 or 19 or something,
Boy.
like he was a kid, you know, and
man.
but we've been having so screwy weather up here or around here, guys. It's been it's just I've never
It was
seen
nice earlier today. It was like 40 degrees
Yeah.
out, barely any wind.
and now it's blowing.
Yeah.
The wind is
It's below
blowing
zero. The wind's blowing harder than I've seen it blow in a while, and it definitely sucks.
Yeah, and the wind is blowing so hard that I can hear the trash cans. No, they aren't like can outside. They're not like flimsy trash cans.
Bins.
They're heavy bins on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, when I hear those blowing around, you know, so
Yeah.
at some point I'm gonna have to go find those. Well, I peeked my head out, and one was just laying over, so I may not have to run after it. I'm hoping, because yeah, below zero sucks.
Yeah.
And between now and tomorrow, it's supposed to get to be like 17 below. The high is 2.
Ugh.
2.
Ugh. The hell is that shit, man?
You know what's really funny is when you have weather like this and you drive 20 miles, 20, 25 miles, somewhere like that to get to work, and everybody from outside town shows up, and the people who live in the town that you drive to can't make it to work because of the weather. Some legitimate, some are legitimate. Like some of these people live all the way out in the country, so the plows can't get to them and whatever. But some of them like just live in town, you know. And it's like, seriously?
Now there are some times where the people who do the plowing aren't exactly the brightest in the world and get you stuck in.
Yeah,
Been there,
I've
done
seen
that.
this. I've seen that.
Been there, done that. That was one of the best winters ever. Me and my brother and a couple of friends, we actually, the city plow guy was nice enough there, or here, like I should say, that without even having to ask or anything like that, he actually came and plowed our driveway up and in. And so we had these nice, big, thick things of snow going down the other side of the driveway, and it's like, yeah, time to start hauling one of these out. We have
Oh,
an
yeah.
igloo. It was fun.
I remember back in the day doing stuff like that. That was awesome.
It was interesting to say the least.
I definitely had a nice snow house.
Yeah.
One year, you climbed all the way up, and it was kind of like a submarine. You know, you got in. It was right down the street. You know, and it's like a tunnel rolled this out. You know, and like it was so cool because you could walk. Well, you couldn't really walk. You had to crawl because if I hollowed it out that much, it would have caved in.
Mm-hmm.
But still. What else have we got left there?
I don't know. We really didn't have. I mean, we had a lot, but it was like you were telling me before. Your computer kind of went.
Yeah.
And so you had to restart it for the time being. You lost a bunch of tabs. So we're kind of running short.
Yeah.
Which, actually, tonight I don't mind. Again,
Yeah, I was
tired
gonna
of
say.
shit. I'm actually dozing off despite everything. So I think I'm gonna check Reddit real quick. I'm gonna see if we can read off some fanciful little Reddit questions. While I'm doing that, we can see if we can think of any other little things we might want to add in, and then we'll go from there.
You know, I'm in agreement.
All I can say is the holidays have been long and hard this year.
They have,
And
guys.
it's not. New Year's was fun. That's about it, for the most part. And especially, it was the reason, like I said last week on the podcast, was the reason why I was broadcasting from, well, not broadcasting, but whatever, recording from my mom's place a couple times over and all that was because she had just had surgery, and I was watching over my brother because my stepdad was busy watching my mom. I was there to watch over my brother. Watching over my brother is a 24-hour kind of job. If he wants you to wake up in the middle of the night, he'll wake your ass up in the middle of the night. It's not exactly fun. So,
See, and if I was there, I'd just chuck like an anvil at him.
if
He'd be
only I
fine.
could, if only I could.
He'd be fine. Maybe.
He'd accordion back like I'm doing the cartoons, right?
Yeah,
It's all good.
it's fine.
It's all good, man.
And when he wakes up, well, he wouldn't wake up for a while. It's fine.
Absolutely.
I still say it's a win-win. I mean,
Well, I'm not saying it's not either.
oh, okay.
Okay, let's
Just
get ready
making
here.
sure, because I'd have to slap you around a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see here. No. Nah. Too kind hearted. We don't want that. No. What is the best website?
Mine.
That nobody knows about?
Mine.
You're saying you're not known. What is the most ridiculous course offered at your college? Well, go.
It's been a while.
No. No. Well, it's actually getting a little hard here to find some good stuff.
That is really, really weird. And that is a really wicked wind. If that mic can pick up that wind,
When you got it, you hear it, you know?
Yeah.
It's all good.
it's cool. No, I was reading an interesting article on Yahoo News, I think it was, or something. It may not have been Yahoo News. I read things when I'm half awake, half asleep. But I was reading some article talking about a DeLorean? No. God, I'm having one of them days too, I think. Anyway, Detroit police chief, and he was talking about concealed carry. Now, he's actually in favor for it. Because when he was just starting out in Maine, that, in Maine, they concealed carry's common. They pop it like pills, from what I read. Anyway, he didn't want to do any of the permits, but he did them slowly and whatever, and until he started actually realizing that, hey, there's not a whole lot of crime in this city, and that was why. And so now that he's chief of police in Detroit, he's in favor of that as well, which is kind of something that I've been saying for a while for around here, and especially up in Chicago. I mean, who's gonna rob a 7-Eleven if you think think the other people inside are packing?
Yeah. Okay. Yep, definitely gonna cut this short. I was falling asleep while actually moving my finger across the phone there for a second. So, oddly enough, I really actually couldn't find anything too interesting on Reddit. Kind of sucks. So maybe next time, maybe I'll actually have some of my other tabs back to the wall. As weird as it is, this might be our best spot to call it a quitting point.
Wow.
But on the upside, if you so choose, this leaves time for you to, if you have some tech stuff you want to go over, you could I don't know. Did you do the first episode of the loading screen yet?
I am not.
This could leave you an opportunity to do that as a addendum to this episode. Honestly, but also at the same time,
I really don't have like the first episode. I just really wanted to go over what the idea of the show was gonna be about. I didn't really think that it would be anything actual tech-wise, you
Right.
know.
Fair enough. That works too. But yeah, sorry that this time it's actually so much shorter. I'm hoping next week I'll be more awake and have more interesting things that
Yeah.
and say and all that. But I am losing it. Lode's gonna have to drive me home anyway,
Yeah, I am.
and that means we both have to go out in this shit.
And this is gonna suck both nuts
So I tell
in
you what,
the wrong way.
invisible people have our babies. I'll be sleeping, so you know, have your way.
So yeah, and
And
me.
we'll have yours. Again, I'll be sleeping. Have your way. I can go both ways if you want, I guess. No, I'm kidding. Screw that. Sorry, nothing against you. I just ain't one. So anyway, thank you for joining us. Sorry it's short this time. Who knows
Yeah,
what
we're
maybe
both.
people want that. Tell you what, if you're listening, tell us in a comment section or another one of them, whether Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Let us know. Do you prefer them to be longer? Do you prefer them to be shorter? And then we can see what we can do, or we can see about giving an explanation that explains our cases of why we do it a certain way.
Yeah.
Any other questions we're also willing to take? I mean, you can ask about sexual orientation with shoes. I'm fine with that. I don't mind. Ask us just about anything.
He prefers tennis shoes.
I do. They're sexier that way.
Yeah. Me, I like boots. They're I don't know. They make me feel less inadequate.
Right. But yeah, anybody wants to comment or anything like that, or like and subscribe, yes, I'm doing the final whoring out moment of the whole like and subscribe stuff on YouTube.
Hey.
But yeah, shit, you know what?
What?
One last thing. Xbox is getting some shit because they were paying the Machinima YouTube channel to have people say nothing but good things about Xbox for a certain period of time until Microsoft deemed unnecessary anymore so that they could try to get more sales up.
Oh.
EA Games was caught doing the same thing with some more popular YouTubers, but they're actually looking to catch a fine from it too.
Good.
So, yeah. Just that's one thing I remember real quick, and I thought, you know what, that's a perfect point actually. So, that happened. Look up more about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of an interesting topic. But that's about it. I can't keep my eyes open.
He's losing words. His eyes are shutting and his mouth is opening, and
one of these days we're gonna have T-shirts. First one gonna be made has gotta be "Words Are Hard."
I agree.
It's gonna be perfect.
It will be.
Okay, peeps. Thanks. Even then, we still made it past 40 minutes. So you know what?
Yay!
I am content with that.
I am too. So let me see how. Oh, I hit that little button right there. Bye,
Yeah,
people.
bye, people. Love you all.
Love you. Bye, bye.
Okay.